But nevertheless, that was a bad one.
Yeah.
What about pipe tobacco? What was your worst pipe tobacco experience?
Ooh. Probably just the first pipe tobacco that I ever tried was Black Cavendish, which now I totally love Black Cavendish. I don't have any problem with it. I love it.
Exactly.
It's great. But the first time that I had ever had a pipe or pipe tobacco was the Black Cavendish, and Black Cavendish is definitely a stronger pipe tobacco, a lot of punch to it. And so, as usual for me, my first time trying something, of course I have to go with the worst possible choice for a first-timer or beginner.
Get the harshest stuff you can get.
Right. Unintentionally every time, but that's just how it seems to go for me. And so that wasn't a particularly pleasant experience. And I'm just glad that, I didn't give up on pipes right then. I, kept going and definitely got a lot better, and now I love it. How about you?
My worst pipe experience would have to be the first time I smoked a pipe while walking dogs.
Oh, okay.
So I walked and smoked a pipe before. I did it in the heat of summer, so probably not the smartest decision to start. But nevertheless, I did it. I was thinking, man, this is freaking hot to do this, That being said, it was also the time that I dabbled a little bit in chewing tobacco to try it out and that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so because I did a little bit of dip.
Yeah.
Went about halfway on my walk. I spat out the dip because it was gross. And then I pulled my pipe out, stuffed my pipe, lit the pipe, started walking with it.
Yeah.
By the time I got to the end of my walk, I had such a heavy nicotine rush from it.
Oh, man.
It was freaking insane.
Yeah.
I had to sit in my car because I drove to the place I was going to walk.
Were you just super
And I just
dizzy?
sit there and be like, I can't drive yet. It'd be almost like trying to drive home drunk. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I've definitely had an experience like that too. The nicotine was just too much. It just got so sick and
But anyway,
dizzy. I had to lay down for a while.
my experience when it comes to walking the dogs while smoking a pipe, because now I got it down, smoking a pipe and walking.
Yeah.
Got it down.
Right.
I decided, well, might as well smoke a pipe while walking the dogs and enjoy myself, right?
Yeah.
So here I am walking the dogs, smoking my pipe, and if your dog poops, you have to pick it up.
Right.
So I'm walking 3 dogs.
So there's going to be a lot of poop.
So there's going to be a lot of poop.
Right.
First dog poops. I bend down. I drool. I drool into the pipe.
Oh.
Don't think about it. Try to continue smoking, and I get liquid
Ugh.
concentrate
Oh, God. Oh.
of tobacco junk. And I didn't clean my pipe for about the month before I walked it. So
Oh, jeez.
I was tasting every flavor that I smoked through that pipe for a while.
That is awful.
So now, the pipe that I use a lot,
Yeah.
I clean it frequently
Right.
because of that reason.
Yeah.
And now I'm used to walking the dogs and smoking a pipe where if I drool in it, it's not as bad.
Right.
And I have figured out how to drool around the pipe.
Yeah.
So, how's your stick going there?
It's going well still. Yeah. Yep. No problems. Got a nice sharp burn going on. It ashes really well. The construction seems to be good. Flavor is nice.
You're about 2/3 into it?
No.
No less than 2/3.
Oh, yeah. I'm still
Sorry,
in the first,
1/3.
Yeah, I'm still into the first third.
Maybe the first fourth of it.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, this is taking me a little bit longer than I thought it would. I figured it would have gone a little bit faster, so that's actually kind of nice. That's a pleasant surprise that it's not going quite as quickly.
I'm in the first third of it.
Yeah, you're still in the first third.
And I really love how it's ashing right now.
Yeah, that's ashing great.
It's a very structured ash.
Yes, it is.
Like, almost to the point where it's like, it looks like it's still part of the cigar.
Yeah,
instead of like the ash of the cigar, it looks like it's supposed to be the cigar.
Yeah, that's some really good construction there.
So,
what are the notes like? Has the pepper kind of mellowed out yet?
Yeah, the pepper's mellowed out a little bit. You're still getting quite a bit of pepper, but it's mellowed down.
Yeah.
You're getting more leather.
More of the leather now?
More of the leather.
Nice.
And almost like a fine coffee.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh. I don't follow the Grammys, but I just got a Grammy notification.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you, phone.
I have a news app on my phone that pops up all the time.
Okay.
It has its joys and it has its disappointments.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your favorite so far cigar moment? Actually, we'll do pipe moment. We'll reverse the order. Pipe moment.
Pipe moment. Okay. So the best pipe moment, probably is when I first tried. Actually, when I first got my church warden and tried out a new tobacco in it, the Blackbeard tobacco in the church warden. Just I don't know if it was a combination of the two, but that was just a really good experience. I really enjoyed it. It was all around great.
Mm-hmm. I think mine, and I would have to split it up with two, because when I christened my church warden,
yeah,
I tried the Dragon's Breath.
Dragon Smoke.
Dragon Smoke, that's right.
Right.
The Dragon Smoke. And that was the first time I had what was called Lacadish? Where they put the tobacco in a barrel and then they smoke the barrel. So it gets a little more of a campfirey smoke taste to it.
Oh, right. It's,
There's a name for it.
Yeah, there is a name.
We'll get back to you on that name.
I just can't remember what it is right now, but yeah.
But I guess my second favorite,
the fire cured leaf,
would have to be the first time I found a really cheap tobacco for walking.
Yeah.
That, it's kind of my go-to tobacco for walks, and it's the Red Cap Wild Cherry.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't like cherry. I love flavored tobaccos in comparison, and aroma tobaccos when it comes to pipes.
Yeah.
And so I found the Red Cap. I did a little bit of research on a Red Cap. A lot of people said that they don't particularly care for Red Cap and that. And so I was like, you know what, I'll try it for myself just to see what the bias is.
Right.
And at first it was okay. It's definitely like the cheap tobacco taste.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once you get into the bowl, it's enough aroma. We're going to die. No, we're outside here next to a house, and
just some snow and ice just slid off the roof right next to us.
Spooked us a little. Spooked me. Anyway, it gets a nice flavor so that you can concentrate on the walk itself and not be trying to focus on the flavors that much.
Right.
Like, you're getting that cherry flavor, but it's like enough to be like almost like you have a cherry candy in your mouth.
Yeah.
And you're just enjoying the cherry candy while you're walking.
Yeah.
And you can focus on the walk and my contemplations of life while I'm walking.
Well, and that's a great choice for you too, because you tend to go through so much tobacco while you're walking that it's cheap enough that it doesn't really add up too much.
Exactly.
So
what would I
nice.
rather do? Go through $4 continuously and wind up spending like a shit ton of money on $4 tobacco?
Yeah.
Or get a nice, $2 pouch.
Right.
I'm like, I don't feel as bad as burning through $2 pouch than I do at a $4 pouch.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. So that's good.
That being said, I'm still going through that one tobacco that I reviewed on here, the Captain Black.
Okay, yeah.
Mainly because I haven't been going on a walk as frequently as I normally do. Which that should change. I should do more walks, but I've been focusing a lot on the podcast company, the Blue Arrow Media, as of late.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Been keeping busy.
Yep, doing a lot of stuff.
And that being said, that's not a walking tobacco for me.
The Captain Black.
I mean, it's a good tobacco.
Yeah.
And if you guys are wanting to go into tobaccos and that, and you don't want to have a cheap tobacco, yet you want a good one to go with to start off with, that's a good one. That being said, it does get a little bit pricey, or for us anyway in Utah, with taxes and shit.
Right, tobacco tax. Absolutely horrendous. Ugh. I hate it so much.
It's more of a sit down and smoke tobacco.
Yeah.
I guess for the price and just kind of the complexity of it.
Yeah. Hold on, just one thought, since we mentioned it and it made me think about it. I kind of did some research. On our last cigar shop visit, I purchased a cigar, and I was curious as to what the MSRP would be in other states. So I did some research, and I found out in other places this particular cigar MSRPs for anywhere from $10 to $15. Now, here in Utah, I paid $18.65 for it. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much the tobacco tax here drives up the price.
Exactly. It's ridiculous what the price of tobacco is here. But then again, we're in a state where it's a very religiously controlled state. The religion being not wanting you to smoke and drink.
Right. So,
because we also have one of the strictest liquor laws here in the States as well, here in this state.
Yep. Yeah.
What's your favorite cigar moment?
My favorite cigar moment probably is the first time I ever tried Leaf by Oscar Maduro. That I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. Very smooth. Very, very, very good all around. It's got great construction. Presentation is nice. I really love the banding on it. They've got good band game. And it was just a really enjoyable experience for me.
Nice. I think my favorite, and it might be weirdly cliche, would have to be the first cigar I've had.
Yeah.
Because you were there with me when I had my first cigar at Churchill.
I was. Yeah.
And it was more surprising to me of the flavors that I was getting, because we were used to the pipe tobacco a little bit. I mean, we barely started in pipe tobaccos and that, and so we were used to how the pipe tobacco had its flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was almost my expectation from it, is that, maybe it's going to have the same, because we got flavored tobaccos.
Right.
So we were expecting kind of like a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
And then when I had it, it was like, wow, this is a nice savory taste. This is like more flavors, more complexity to it.
Yeah, and
so it was one of those things where it's like, it was a beautiful experience. And in a sense, it's kind of the pebble that became the snowball into what we're doing now.
Right. Yeah, and generally, unless you get an actual flavored cigar, cigars are going to be, in comparison, a lot more savory than pipe tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
So pipe tobacco tends to lean towards the sweeter end of the spectrum, and then cigars are more of that savory, earthy end of the spectrum. So,
exactly.
Yeah, it was definitely something different, but it wasn't necessarily bad for us when we started smoking cigars.
Yeah. So what about a hilarious moment of smoking a cigar?
Well, I don't know that it's necessarily one distinct moment, but there's definitely been a few times ashing on yourself. And I'm sure everybody who smokes cigars, at least at one point in their life, has done that, and that is in hindsight, something funny, something to laugh at.